Hi, this is Edwin Hill speaking. I'm currently working on the third book in the Hester Thursby series. It's called Watch Her, um, and it takes place about a little over a year and a half after the end of The Missing Ones, which was my last book. And this one takes place here in Boston. Most of the action is in Jamaica Plain and in Roslindale, though Hester and her partner Morgan, they both live in Somerville. In this mystery, this mystery involves a for-profit college, so a college like the University of Phoenix that's about to go down the tubes, basically. And the head of the company is a woman named Maxine Polakowski, or the head of the college is a woman named Maxine Polakowski. And she discovers that there are some students in their records she can't find the actual people attached to the records. So Hester Thursby is a woman who she's a research librarian, but on the side she finds missing people. And so Maxine hires Hester to find it. It's about 100 students that she can't locate, and she hires Hester to find information on them. So what I'm reading you is just the first page, or I'll stop at a good point. This is my first time reading this, so bear with me. I'm reading you the first page or so from the book. The first pages are they're told from Maxine's point of view, and they're set in 1997. And she's just moving into a new apartment. So let me just get the right place up. Okay, so Maxine. 87 stairs straight up from the sidewalk to the front door of her brand new condo, and Maxine Polakowski adored every single one of them. Her brother Stan had his own thoughts. A walk-up, he said, in Roslindale? What's wrong with Roslindale, Maxine asked. Nothing, if you like getting shot. Don't ruin my day. Stan was a cop, a detective with the Boston police, and no neighborhood in the city would have been good enough for her in his eyes. At 32, he was 5 years older than Maxine and always would be. He protected her, or at least he thought he did. But what Stan didn't know about Maxine's life could have filled 20 of the U-Haul vans they'd driven here today. Besides, she loved her new street with its trees and children and dogs and houses, friends, or at least friends that she'd meet soon enough. More importantly, she finally made it out of her mother's house in Stowe. Oh, I just lost my internet connection. Can you guys still hear me? Yes? Okay. I lost my internet connection for a sec. Besides, she loved her new street with its trees and children and dogs and houses filled with friends, or at least friends she'd meet soon enough. More importantly, she'd finally made it out of her mother's house in Stoughton, and she had no plans to return. You have mace, right? Stan asked. Oh, Jesus. I drove through here last night, he continued, and the street lighting sucks. There's a blind spot about halfway down the block in front of that yellow house. When you get home, park right here and carry your keys. Maxine tuned him out. At 6'2", with a blocky build, Stan had size and strength on his side, but Maxine wasn't much smaller than her brother. She could take care of herself. She had taken care of herself in the back of cars, during college, at work, those secrets Maxine packed away and kept from her brother. Stan couldn't understand those dangers, or that real danger was everywhere, and that parking in a well-lit spot was her baseline. But Maxine was 27 years old, single, and owned her own home as of today. Tonight, August 30th, 1997, would be the first night Maxine could do whatever she wanted without having to report her whereabouts to anyone, and she'd do it in an 800 square foot walk-up, 87 stairs, with laundry in the basement and on-street parking. I know, she said, cutting Stan off. Use keys as a weapon. Shut up and get moving. That's it.
Wicked.
Nice, nice.
Nice. So this is the first reading. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I love Hester Thursby.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this one was fun to write. One of the interesting things that happened when I said it very randomly in 1997, and I had her moving into this apartment. And then I was like, oh, I should look up what happened on that day, you know, just to know. And of course, I looked it up, and it turned out it was the night that Princess Diana died, which is, of course, a big deal and something that everyone remembers. And then it wound up being a really important, not a really important plot point, but it turned out to be a very useful plot point as I was working through the novel. So it was just a lucky coincidence.
These things happen.
Yeah.
Boy. And it's called Naturally. It comes out in January.
Yeah, it actually comes out on December 27th. It's officially a January book, but it's called Watch Her.